Yes, 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 yes. Finally, a special edition of a WWE game that I'm really looking forward to buying because I don't think I would have bought a standard edition. I just got to decide which one I want. Do I want the Attitude Era one or do I want the Monday Night War one? Hello, this is Mr. Hornsby 3. This is Mr. Hornsby 3 show. And I need to show off this shirt. Bam, baby! Attitude Era! Best era in the WWE. AKA WWF, whatever. And that's the best WWE championship ever created. The Big Eagle Belt. But anyway, we're going to talk about the news that came out of the WWE 2K26 announcement from WWE themselves. And I'm very excited for this because not only are we getting a Attitude Era version of WWE 2K26 this year, excuse me, we are also getting a Monday Night Wars version. Now, as for the Monday Night Wars version, I'll talk about that in a minute. I will also talk about the frickin' Attitude Era one. But let's talk about the Attitude Era one first because this is exciting. We're going to get all the big matches from the Attitude Era. We're getting the Inferno match back. We're getting thumbtacks finally. We're getting, what else? Some of the, we're getting 3 stages of hell as well, which is going to be awesome. We just seen a 3 stages of hell match with Cody Rhodes and frickin' Drew McIntyre, the current WWE champion. They showed the trailer for the Attitude Era edition, which is gonna, has all the main Attitude Era characters. It's got Stone Cold, The Rock. Hopefully we're getting Triple H, 99 to 2000. Hopefully we're getting him, and hopefully they update the weight, because 99 to 2000 Triple H was 260 pounds, not 255 like the 2008 version that they have in the game, the 2008 model. We're also getting Trish Stratus in her Attitude Era version. We're getting Lita. We might get the freaking Hardy Boys. Dudley Boys are going to be in the game. Hopefully we get the APA. What else? One group we won't get is Edge Christian, but you know what? That's fine and dandy. They're doing their thing in AEW. But, yeah, we won't be getting Edge Christian, but hey. We're getting a lot of the other Attitude Era stuff. Which is great. And more than likely, I'm pretty sure, because he's going to show up this frickin' Saturday at the Royal Rumble, I'm pretty sure we're going to have Chris Jericho in this game as well. In the Attitude Era edition. Sorry, I'm trying to fix the frickin' camera. Having issues with the camera because my son keeps messing with my tripod and messing the frickin' thing up, which is irritating. But anyway. But, yeah, I'm very excited for this Attitude Era edition. We're also getting Inferno matches back. Everything. I'm just really excited for it because this is something that should be a standalone game. I don't want the standard WWE game. I don't want to do no stupid Now, yeah. We're going to get multiple versions of CM Punk through the showcase mode, I'm hoping. That's why they're doing a showcase for him, so we can get multiple versions of him. But, younger versions, like when he had the long hair and he was in ECW. Then when he went to SmackDown. Then he went to Raw and all that. I also hope they update Batista to 08 Batista, because I'd rather have that than the freaking current modern Batista. I'm so sick of seeing the current modern Batista. Get the current modern Batista out of here, man. Just give us the 08 or give us 05 or something. We don't want the current modern lame Batista. We want the old school Batista. The man that was the real face of the ruthless aggression. Not John Cena. Not Brock Lesnar. Not frickin' Randy Orton. It was the man Batista was the real face of the ruthless aggression era. Maybe him and Edge. I don't know. But we're not going to have Edge on this game. Also, we're probably going to get Attitude Era Kurt Angle. I'm so sick of bald Kurt Angle. I've seen enough of bald Kurt Angle. I want Attitude Era Kurt Angle. Now, maybe we can still get bald Kurt Angle and Attitude Era Kurt Angle. That would be cool. Since we do have two different versions of Stone Cold. Like Stone Cold from 97 all the way to frickin' 2000. Even though he didn't wrestle in 99. And then we have Stone Cold from 2000 to like 2002. So, yeah. We could do Kurt Angle like that. Look at that. You had like a bunch of different variants of The Rock last year. You had Nation of Domination. You had him when he first started. You had him with the... You had 01 Rock. You had the current modern Rock, which nobody cares about either. I don't care about modern, current day Rock. I care about old school, Attitude Era, prime of his time Rock. I don't care about the other stuff. It's like I don't give a damn about 08 Triple H. I want Attitude Era Triple H. Maybe we get Triple H from 99 to frickin' 2001. And then we can also get DX Triple H as well. Also, Shawn Michaels is going to be in this, which I'm glad too, because even though I'm not a big Shawn Michaels fan, I do like using older, the other version of Shawn Michaels from when he was like, from 96 all the way up until 98 when he had to retire. And then when he made his return in 2002. But yeah, so, hallelujah. We're getting all the big stars for the Attitude Era. Hallelujah. It's about frickin' time. You know, I think that they had, last time they had it was in 2K16 or something like that, because it was a Stone Cold. He was the cover character, and it's pretty much running through his run in the Attitude Era and all that stuff. But, yeah. I don't want to see modern day wrestlers no more. I want to, especially the guys that were in like Attitude Era or the Golden Age and all that. I'd rather see those versions. I'd rather see those versions over the freaking modern current version. I mean, seriously. Even with Shawn Michaels. I'd rather see the old school Shawn Michaels than current modern Shawn Michaels before he had to retire for the second time when he lost to Undertaker. So I'm very happy for that. I hope they update the image scans on Undertaker 98. Hopefully they give us Undertaker 97. Maybe we can get Ron Simmons when he was leading the Nation of Domination. Did we want Farouk with the goofy gladiator gear he had when he debuted? I don't know. You guys want goofy Farouk? Let me know in the comments. Next up, now of course we're gonna get the Big Eagle belt. Something I hope they do with this. I know they probably won't, but I'd like them to do it. When you choose the name for your title, they should have the word Federation in it, or at least have entertainment. But Federation would be better. Why can't they do NWA by saying National Wrestling Alliance, but you can't do WWF by saying, the World Wrestling Federation Championship? Instead, people have to make it World Wrestling Fighting Championship, which just sounds so stupid. So hopefully they put the word Federation in the names for the belt. That way it could be World Wrestling Federation Championship, and people always go into Community Creations, they make the old WWF titles. Or they'll take them off Community Creations for the old WWF titles. But, yeah, I would like to see them put the word Federation there. I also like to see some of the old Attitude Era arenas in this edition. Maybe they'll have DLC where they add that Attitude Era stuff as well because, for the standard game. But, yeah. I want to see that. I don't want to see no more of this gibberish where you can only get certain freaking old shows. Same with WCW, which I'll talk about when I get to WCW edition in a minute. But yeah. Give us Raw. Give us SmackDown from 98 to freaking 02. Give us Raw and SmackDown from 98 to 02. Give us the freaking pay-per-views from 98 to 02. Or even further back. 97 to 02 or 96 to 02. Give us those shows in this Attitude Era pack. Honestly, I just wish they would just make it its own game. Not a special edition of 2K26, but just make it its own damn game. You got plenty of Attitude Era names under contract. Well, Mick Foley's going to be gone after this year, but you know what? You got other guys from the Attitude Era. You can bring in other guys like Val Venus or The Godfather or D'Lo Brown or any of that, you know. Steven Richards with the right centered. You can do any of that. So why not give us that stuff? But I'm very excited for this Attitude Era edition. Which is going to be tough for me to choose because I either want the... Now let's go over to the WCW edition that they announced. I don't give a crap about the Triple H King of Kings one. Who gives a damn? But, you know, I'm a big Triple H fan, but I don't give a damn about that version. I'm like, he's going to be in the Attitude Era version. He's going to be in this version I'm getting ready to talk about, which is the Monday Night War version. And I hope with this Monday Night War version, well, I know what they're going to do. They're going to take WCW guys that got under contract, like Lex Luger, Diamond Dallas Page, Booker T, Goldberg, the NWO, Eric Bischoff. They're going to take all of them and put that in this edition. But I'm also hoping we get some other WCW arenas, because what we got last year, last year's game was what? Fall Brawl 95. That's it. And a Nitro. And a Halloween Havoc 97. Does anybody even give a damn about Halloween 97? I don't think so. I think people rather have Starrcade 97, but Sting's not in the game. But you can't go to Community Creations to find a good Sting maker and get a good Sting. But like with the WWF stuff, can we get Nitro from like 96 to frickin' 98? Or 96 to 99. Then they get 99 Nitro. Then get 2000 Nitro. Then get like also Scott Steiner. Yeah, he's also part of that. So yeah, Scott Steiner and another guy you could put in the Monday Night War versions. The Big Papa Pump version, of course. We get the standard Scott Steiner with the Steiner Brothers stuff with Rick. And then give us Big Papa Pump separately. Same thing with Goldberg. Because, you know, the thing that annoyed me about Goldberg is they put him in the island with Brie Bella. But, you know, they're like, oh, you get Goldberg. WCW wrestler Goldberg. But they still have the freaking skull tattoo that's on the inner part of his arm. That annoys me because, you know, old school Goldberg from 97 to freaking all the way up to 2002 did not have the skull in his inner forearm. WCW Goldberg did not have the inner skull in his arm. He had the inner skull in his arm after he joined WWE. So, yeah, why not give us the WWE version of Goldberg when he came in and all that stuff, and you know, stuck with them all the way up to Oldberg. And then give us, you know, WCW Goldberg, young Goldberg, with no frickin' skull in the inner forearm. Also with Booker T, too. I hope Booker T01 is going to be, you know, I hope Booker T01 is going to be is going to be in the game this year. Because you had to get frickin' Booker T01. I think for the past couple years you had to get Booker T01 through crappy My Faction. I don't give a damn about My Faction. I didn't want to do My Rise to get Big Papa Pump, but I went doing did My Rise to get Big Papa Pump. So just put those guys in the game, period. Rather you do a WCW pack, you add those guys in the pack instead of giving us this crap where, well, you got to go on My Factions to get this. We don't want to do that. Also, I think two versions of Mr. Perfect we should get. We should get freaking Mr. Perfect from WWF. And then we should get Kurt Hennig from WCW. Now, they've made Kurt Hennig figures in the past. They just made the Monday Night Wars one. They made the freaking Recent Legend one. That comes with the AWA World Heavyweight Championship, which is a pretty nice belt. I think that belt's an underrated belt. I don't hear many people talk about the AWA World Heavyweight Championship. I think it's an underrated belt, in my opinion. But yeah, give us these characters. Also, be nice to have, like, I don't know, the Road Warriors and that. I know Dusty Rhodes is probably gonna be in this Monday Night Wars thing, but if you're gonna do that, use the younger Dusty for like the NWA years and that, and then you get older Dusty or the end of WCW's run. But I don't know, because he was a manager, he was a freaking commentator and all that stuff in the 90s. He did commentary for WCW, and then he joined the NWO. Weirdly enough, but yeah. But the most important thing they need to have, actually two most important things they need to have in this game. You have all the other WCW championship belts in the damn game. You know what belt you don't have? The WCW version of Big Gold. We gotta get the WCW version of the Big Gold in this freaking Monday Night War edition. Because so many people, even me, I've had to go back and create the, and you know, I took the parts, I got them from Community Creations, but then I took that belt and erased it and used the parts to make the belt myself. You know, like I made every single version of the WCW Big Gold belt they had on the game with the pieces I took for Community Creations after I deleted the other belts. But yeah, I mean, and there's just one freaking YouTube channel, I think his name's CTG or something like that. He has this modded version of the Big Gold that looks dead on the WCW version. Why not look at that mod, make that version of the belt, and put it in the game? And not just don't put it in the special edition, but also put it in the standard edition. Like, you can put it in the special edition, but you can also put it in the standard division. It can come with a DLC or something like that, because, you know, some of these DLC stuff, they come with a few wrestlers and that, and then they don't come out with too much other good stuff with that DLC. So if you put the WCW version of the Big Gold belt in the game, where people don't have to make it, because, you know, not only do we have to go back and make WWF versions of the frickin' WWE titles, we gotta go make WCW versions of the frickin' Big Gold. Then we gotta go make, you know, the other thing I'm about to talk about here in a sec, which is we need a WCW TV title in this year's WWE game. And like I said, we need arenas, we need the shows, we need Super Brawl from 98, we need, you know, Fall Brawl from 96, we need all the shows, Starrcade 97, Starrcade 98, we need all those shows in this game. And we need those in the WCW version of the game. Now, yeah, they might be limited, and I know a lot of people would like to see Sting, but that ain't going to happen. Until Sting's contract is up, Legends deal is up with AEW, we're not going to see Sting get action figures from WWE side. We're not going to see Sting get put in video games. Yeah, they might have made an exception for Billy Gunn, because Billy Gunn's kind of had a deal where he could be a part, kind of like him and Jake the Snake. They had a deal where they could have AEW figures made of them and WWE figures made of them. They also have a deal where they can, you know, be in WWE games and in AEW games. But even though Jake the Snake wasn't in the AEW Fight Forever game, but yeah, you could have put him in there. But it was like, well, he's pretty much been a part of AEW since pretty much day one. Like, I think, what was it, the third week of AEW TV when they were started on TNT that Jake the Snake showed up and became the manager to Lance Archer and that. Yeah. But, you know, also, I guess with the Triple H edition, I'll talk about that one too here in a minute. But yeah, I'd like to see the WCW version of the Big Gold belt, the standard version, and both NWO versions And not those crappy WWE versions with the freaking logos on them. I hate when they do that. Like the freaking big golds on 2K25. It's the WWE version with the Wolfpack logo on it. And it ain't even got the right side plates. Because one side plate's an NWO side plate. They didn't do that. The NWO version. It's a freaking WWE version with the freaking NWO spray painted on it. Give us the actual WCW version of the freaking belt, for Christ's sakes. Not the crappy, shitty version that looks like... Look, I love the WWE version of the big gold belt. I don't hate it. I love it. I even got it with my Batista figure over there. I like that version, but if you're going to make this the WCW Championship, make it the actual WCW version of the belt. It's bigger, a little bit thicker. The side plates are different. How hard can it be? Like the other day, when I was playing my retro games, I was playing WWE 2K or SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. That version of the big gold they use is the WCW version. It's not the WWE. I don't think they put the WWE version in until like 07. They were able to get the WWE version in. And I could have swore, like, what was it, 2K20 gave us the WCW version of the big gold. Although I don't think that was really, it was just the WWE version, but they just took the WWE logo off of it. Give us the actual WCW version, especially if you're doing this Monday Night War thing. Honestly, I think both editions of the freaking special edition should be their own individual version. Also, I don't know. But yeah, let's get the WCW version of the big gold in the game. We finally got it in figure form. Took them 15 years to do it. But let's get the big gold in the WWE game. And the WCW television title. We need that belt in the game. You got all the other WCW belts, well, except for the 97 to 99 tag belts. But that's a different story. But honestly, I don't know why they don't remake all the different... I mean, especially when you got all these legends. But then again, that might not give the community creators much to do if you do that. But yeah, So give us the WCW version of Big Gold. Give us the WCW television title. Yeah. I'm so sick of the WWE version with the NWO logos, and I'm so sick, especially if you do GMO, because now you could be run a WCW show. Why do we have to be stuck with the 91 to 94 championship? Why can't we use the WCW version of Big Gold? Why can't we bring our own custom version of that belt there? I mean, it makes no freaking sense at all why they ain't done that. Like I said, we finally got a figure for them last year. Took them 15 motherfucking years, but you know what? They got it. They nailed it. It's great. It's the best version of the WCW Championship belt they've made in figure form. So why can't we get that on the WWE games? We want that belt. We want the WCW television title. And give us the proper version of the WCW hardcore title. But they probably won't. Also, I'd like to see a WWF version. People be able to make a WWF version of the Andre belt in the next game as well. But we'll have to see. But anyway. Alright, I'll talk about the Triple H editions real quick. I mean, what are we going to get, like, different versions? DX Triple H, Evolution Triple H. King of King Triple H, all the different Triple H's, that's probably what we'll get. But if we're going to do that, we got to get old versions of Randy Orton and Batista. Now, I know they probably can't get Ric Flair because he's not under contract. I think he's still under contract with AEW. I'm not sure. I don't know what his contract situation with this AEW now. They might have let him go. But if they ain't got Ric Flair on the game, then why not give us, just younger versions of Randy Orton and Batista to go alongside with Triple H? I'm pretty sure Flair is free agent. I'm pretty sure they'll pick him up just to be in the games and make figures of him, but I don't know. Because AEW, they just made those 2 Ric Flair figures, which, by the way, those things were god-awful. Ugh. Mattel definitely beat them in making Ric Flair figures, that's for sure. But, yeah, cause those freaking ones they just came out with, the latest Unrivaled, or was it Unmatched? I don't know. But those look terrible. But yeah, Triple H version, hopefully we get like Evolution, we get like Triple H, And if they're going to make the Evolution version of Triple H, he's got to be clean shaven. No beard, no nothing. And he's got to be way bigger because he's like, he bulked up to like 272 at that time. He's got to be bigger. Got to have no beard. He's got to be completely clean shaven. No beard or nothing. That's what they need to do with Triple H if they make an Evolution version of Triple H. Kind of like what they did with SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 or 2006. He was clean shaven. He didn't have the beard during the Evolution run. He didn't get it till like toward the end. Yeah, sometimes he would have it here and there, but he would shave it off. And he was much bigger than what he was before he did the Evolution thing. He was like, 260 before? And then he bulked up to 270. So, yeah. And then, 2008, dropped back down to 255 or something like that. So, yeah. If you're going to give us that, give us the Evolution version of Triple H with the clean-shaven beard. Give us a proper DX version of Triple H so we don't have to keep using this one lame template. Like, you know how much it sucked using the Hunter Hearst Helmsley version of Triple H in 2K25 to frickin' be the DX version? It sucked a lot because you can't fix his hair, which is something I hope they fix for this game, and I hope they fix the belt glitches if we do have to make our belts again. But, like in the WCW championships and that. But, because, even now, with the latest patch, which is probably the last patch, unless they do one more before the new game comes out, this 2.29. I was playing around the other day on it, and I had my freaking Goldberg taking on Stone Cold with the WCW 98 to 2000 belt, and the freaking plates disappeared. Or I had Ric Flair with the 94 to 98 championship, and it only had one side plate. Harley Race, NWA World's Heavyweight Championship, the 10 pounds of gold. It had side plates on one side, and then the other side, the side plates were missing. That happens with my Bruno Sammartino belt, too. And it happens with a couple other belts. So hopefully they fix that with the next game, because, God, these glitches are getting annoying. But I do want to see a WCW version of the Big Gold. I don't want to have to make another WCW version of the Big Gold. The proper one with the NWO logo and all that. I want 2K to put that in the game. You could put it in as a special edition and then add it to the standard game as DLC when you do a WCW DLC or something for this game. So that's what I want to see. But let me know what you guys want to see out of this Attitude Era edition. Let me know what you guys want to see out of this Monday Night War edition. Do you guys want to see the Big Gold Belt? WCW version of the Big Gold Belt. Not the WWE version. WCW version. Also, I think they should make... they should make 2 different versions of the WWE version. Because there's one where the strap's all black. And then there's one where the back of the strap is red. So they need to put 2 versions of that out. Now, I'm pretty sure somebody had done that in Community Creation and just made the back part red using the WWE version of the Big Gold. And I'd like to see an Andre the Giant version of his belt with the WWF logos on it. Because what you got to do with that is you got to reuse the frickin' WWE one and just name it WWF title. Which is dumb. Or WWF World Heavyweight title, whatever you freaking want to call it. But yeah. Let me know what you guys want. Are you excited for the Monday Night War edition? Are you excited for the freaking Attitude Era edition? I am. I'm thinking about just buying. I would like to buy both of them, but I'm going to have to buy only one. Because them things are what? Going to be like $100? Because I don't want the standard game this year. And I don't care about the showcase mode for CM Punk. And plus, if you get the special editions, you get pretty much all the DLC for free by getting the special editions. But, you know, one thing I am excited about with the CM Punk freaking showcase is we're going to get different versions of Punk. We don't have to look at the same modern version of Punk. We can get, you know, the freaking ECW one, the SmackDown one, and all that stuff. Maybe Cult Leader Punk. His run in 2011 to 2013 or 14. A couple other things. But yeah, let me know. I'll catch you guys later, and see ya, and later, alligator. Yeah, that's the. I might do a whole video where I focus on what my new catchphrase should be. Catch you guys later.